A holy people. hmm Yeah, I say a holy. Good, wholesome, non-lying, non-deceptive, non-manipulative people. Good men. Good women. I'm sure you notice, especially if you're in business and you travel a whole lot like I do, you find that a lot of people are happy to do you wrong at their benefit. They're happy to screw you over, getting one up on you. And this is very prevalent on the continent of Africa. It happens. It happens to Asia. You're gonna get scammed. And it boils down to a sense that a lot of people they'll present an idea of niceness, a smile, especially this Asian country because the smile be so nice, and then you establish that trust, and you find out that it's not so. You get scammed. The worst part of this manipulation happens oftentimes in an interrelationship dynamic where a man and a woman, you meet a woman and you're like, man, I met her, she's fire, everything's on point, that girl, and and you get excited because men, we get excited and we start to invest our time and our resources, only to find that you are a part of the roster. You're number four, you know. So when I say our holy people, I think a lot of men are separating themselves because they find that a lot of people are not good people. Well, you know about that. A lot of people are not good people. So there's men out there who are saying, "Hey, I was being sincere. I was being a good person. I was giving from a good place. I was being honest. I was being holy. I wouldn't do you the dirt that you did me." Now, a lot of ladies will be like, "Oh, it works both ways." Let me tell you my anecdotal experience that happened to me. No, 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 no. I know too many divorced men. I know too many guys who reach out to me who their fiance or their woman was getting chick clapped. So, anecdotal experiences, yes, I acknowledge that there are men out there who do women wrong, manipulate them. Yes, I agree. But on a larger scale, on a global scale, um, a lot of men meet their early demise because they trusted the wrong woman. So the facade was so real to them. It's like, oh wow, I've met the one who I believe is going to help me, support me emotionally, whatever it is. Every week, it never fails. There's a story about some man getting wrong done, but nobody really cared. But that's not the point. I'm saying men, because they're getting burned out of the deception, they don't know who to trust. I'm not saying there's nobody, no good women out there as holy women, set apart women, righteous women. But the majority is not. Because remember, the hive mentality, the sheep mentality, the herd mentality. Most women be down with Cardi B. Most women be down with Beyonce, Rihanna. Most women be down with Sexy Red. They down with that. Most women be down with Megan Thee Stallion. They see nothing wrong with that. Back in the day, it was Lil Kim, it was Eve, it was Trina. Most women don't see nothing wrong with that. Okay, so now when you're moving into the circles of trick, whorish behavior, you're not gonna be a holy woman. But most men just been doing regular work and turning out for their responsibilities. They are not lured into these trends like women are. So now women desiring to be seen in the light of angelic beings, because most women want to be seen as nice, they project this niceness. So a lot of men subscribe into it until the wrong gets done to them. So now men are separating themselves and becoming more, I want to just peace, good, without being used. And that's a shift that's happening. And a lot of women cannot participate in the words of men because they're coming in there in a two-faced way. They're coming in there duplicitous. They're not coming there with a whole heart. They're coming there out of survival. They're coming out of there to try to use the man because things are going bad. And that's not a good place to be coming from as a woman. But most men now, because they're figuring out that, hey, you didn't want me back then. I'm not. I'm trying to be good now. I'm trying to be good on my own. Some guys that got raped in divorce court, and some men have been done dirty in relationships. They got used. They got laughed at on TikTok. Excuse me. They got laughed at on TikTok. So now they're like, I want to be just wholesome, a holy man, just living on my own, do my thing, without the presence of a woman. And it's a shame because most men do desire women, to be honest. But I think that it's such a toxic environment. And I hate talking about it in this manner because I got a daughter. You feel me? So I believe that most men are trying to be holy. They're trying to be wholesome. They're trying to talk about legacy and everything else. But most women be attacking them. And they be like, okay, there's some good, some of us are good over here. Yes, I don't deny that. But oftentimes the majority have the loudest voice. And the ones who are good women do not shut down the voices of the bad ones when they say, oh, men are trash, I don't need no man, and all that stuff. So I believe that a lot of men are trying to separate themselves to try to live a good life, which is not manipulated, deceived into. Because most married men I know, no offense, I'm not saying, they tend to not desire their marriage anymore because they feel like the woman has them under the thumb. And it's a sad case to think because I think marriage is important and marriage is a beautiful thing. But just in 2025, I just think like, man. So I think overall, holy, there's men trying to be holy, men trying to be good, men just trying to be like, you know what? I'm gonna just live in the cabin in the woods. I'm not trying to manipulate nobody. I'm not trying to get some cheeks. I'm not trying to do nothing. Leave me alone. And the women be screaming, hey, where the good man at? Y'all weak. If you can't approach a girl, you're weak. And men be like, cool.